Welcome in to DragRace. I'm your host, Randall Shue. Landon, you just barely made it back in here from getting you hot. Did you get noodles? Okay, so you got them warming up. Okay, well that's good. We have guests come in and look, and they're amazed. You really do eat ramen noodles this time of morning on air.
That's right.
And they said, "Hey, he really eats them." I said, "I told y'all he did." Anyway, it's
pre-breakfast.
Pre-breakfast. We've got some heavy duty stuff to do this morning.
That's right.
Getting ready for a new addition at the house.
Yes, a new member of the family.
And no, nobody's pregnant.
No.
Or with child. Just got a new hot rod coming to the house. How about that? Kind of excited about that. We're going to do some swapping and trading, and anyway, it's going to be some new stuff coming around. We're going to try some of the. I think I'm going to try some of the 470 stuff.
Okay.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Now, which one?
In the new Corvette.
Okay.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, I think it'll run that on the motor.
Right.
So we're going to try that. Did you look up first week that they're having that at Capital City? They're in Montgomery. They're going to have a bunch of 470 races down there, and I'd like to get in on that. Get in on the fun. Well, I mean, somebody needs to donate some funds to those guys. So somebody has to come up with the purse.
That's right.
So I was hoping to get some money as opposed to spending. I mean, I've spent a couple dollars. I was hoping to get some of it back.
I could understand that. Yes. March 20th.
March the 20th. Ooh, that'll be good because we're going on vacation the following week. Going to try to go somewhere.
Right.
So on the March the 20th, let me think. I may.
Hey, here you go. It's your setup.
Okay.
There's a Pro Mod and 470 race there.
So I can win both of them.
You can go on motor and then on nitrous.
A whole bunch of nitrous to run. We're still going to. Now power's good, but we're just going to be.
We'll take both cars.
Put both engines in it.
No. Take both cars.
How? Oh well, we got. Okay, we can.
You run the 55 and.
You gonna run? I'll run one and you run one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm all right with that.
Hey, you think about this? You could do your own match racing.
I can match race myself.
There you go.
Well, there's going to be a problem. The reason I went drag racing as opposed to round track racing because I go by myself. If I was a round track racer, I'd have to come into the pits, get out and change my own tires,
right?
Get back in, strap back in, and take off. And that so I watched Formula One come in and do a pit stop, and it takes 2.7 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Mine would take 3.5 minutes, and I don't think that's going to work very well. Unless everybody had to do it, get out and change your own tires, and check under the hood, and put some gas in it, and
wipe down the windshield.
We do the windshield, clean the grill, and you do all that. So we used to work at a gas station. You put the nozzle in the tank, check the air pressure in all tires, wash the windshield, and check under the hood before the nozzle cuts off.
Okay.
You had to get it, bud.
That's right.
Then they come out with the squeegee to do windshields. And Coot Watson was there. Coot said, that ain't going to work. He said, you squeegee that water and it runs down somebody's car, you're going to be washing some cars. So we figured out how to make that work. You keep your little towel with you. And anyway, we made that work too. But anyway, I wonder if I could turn the nozzle on, change tires, check under the hood before the gas got full, and then jump back in the car and go back racing.
It's all about how slow the pump is.
I've had them kind before.
Yeah.
You do all that looking, it's got $4.50. Oh man, this is going to take a while.
$4.
So
goodness.
So
all that gallon and a half.
All that being said, with the racing starting up today is Laster Mountain is opening up. Gates open at 12 o'clock. The track should be hot by 1. It's 1 to 5
That's right.
is when they're going to be open for some first, I guess is the first testing tune of the year.
Yes.
We're excited about that. You know, we've had such a wonderful week of good temperatures. Of course, you know, it's going to be 60-ish, I don't know, high 50s, low 60 day, whatever,
Right.
and a chance of snow tonight. Welcome to Alabama. You can get sunburnt and frostbite all on the same day.
Let me check that out.
So anyway, that's going on today. I think we need to investigate this thing in March. So March the 20th is the first one. I need to figure out a way to be off that day, because I'll go down to Montgomery on Friday and get the motorhome set up. Because it might take me 2 days to get down there by the time I hook the trailer up to the. I'll take the trailer up to the school, come out and get the motorhome, go out and hook it up, and then take off. Because I don't think it'll.
They pull that.
I don't think it'll come out of our road.
Yeah,
I know it won't go back in. What's that?
I know it won't go through that road.
Man, I think it'll come out, but I don't think it'll go back. So anyway, we'll have to investigate. But I know if I take the trailer up to school, but you know, about a mile or so up there, and I come back and get the motorhome, go hook to it.
That's when you just go ahead and pay the city and just have them expand the road.
I could complain if that, you know, it's an old field road is what our road is,
Right.
and they paved a field road.
It's single lane, right?
Yeah, it's about a lane and a quarter. Anyway, we got that going for us. So I think March 20th is going to be when we debut this thing. And if we go down on Friday, you can come in and do the show, or I'll. Well, actually, I need some help with this thing. You come to Montgomery, and when you come in on Friday, we just drive on down there, and we'll do the show live from Montgomery. What do you think about that?
That could work.
So we'll do all that, and that way won't get off the show and have to drive 2.5 hours down there and get ready to set up. We'll already be set up. I think that's a plan.
Oh yeah.
And then the next week, we're going to try to, being spring break, we're going to try to go. Now I'll be here on the show that day, and then we're going to try to go somewhere afterwards, either to the beach or the mountains. I think everybody has got the same idea about going to the beach that weekend in an RV. We hadn't been able to find any camping spots. Not
Right.
one.
Right.
So I may be calling the wrong places, but if we don't go there, we'll go to the mountains.
You can figure something out.
Yeah, I might have to go to Brookside and stay at the ballpark. I don't know.
There you go.
Well, it'll be camping.
You ever camped in Homewood?
No, I hadn't.
Well, you could try.
Okay, we'll try it. Hey, I can go to Walmart, camp out.
No, over here where the old Advanced Auto Parts used to be.
Okay.
The 24-hour one.
No, you talking about AutoZone.
Yeah, AutoZone. Yeah, the 24-hour AutoZone parking lot right there.
We could. I don't think I'm going to do that. Well, you know, one of the local attractions is the Valley Avenue Ballet.
That is true.
I don't think I better go there either.
No.
So, the mountain is going today. We're excited about that. And, you know, we had a big event last weekend, and we were just thrilled to death and had the best time.
That's right. Big Bad Breakfast was delicious.
Wait a minute,
What
you're
are you
skipping
talking
some
about?
stuff.
What are you talking about? No. You're just ahead of yourself.
No, you're ahead of me.
No, because I went before, you know.
Friday.
Oh, that's true. Well, there was a car show Friday, and then there was a good breakfast Saturday.
Well, we got our priorities straight.
Right.
So we, Thursday night went and set up. Friday we got there late in the afternoon and making sure everything was right. Our display looked good. We had our all of our chairs set up. There was a couple next to us. And if you've got a regular,
Yeah. Did you notice the ratio between car to chair, the car to chair ratio in our booth?
we were excess seats, weren't we?
That's right.
We had a lot more seats, but there's a couple next to us from up in Gadsden. In a regular booth, you can't have chairs inside it, so they sat with us.
Right.
They put their back to us, but anyway, they sat to us, and they were a good couple. We enjoyed their company. We had a lot of people a lot of our listeners coming by and talking to us, and some regulars on the show came and visited with us and hung out, and so it was real good. I met Ken McFarland from out at City Auto Sales. I went over and introduced myself to him, and one of our latest sponsors.
That is good.
Yeah. So Friday night we stayed until, what was it, 8:30, something like that. Went on to the house and prepared for the show. And of course, we came here, did the show, and then we did our yearly.
Big Bad Breakfast.
Yeah, we went. What would I say? Our trek, our yearly trek to Big Bad Breakfast. Now, our buddy Johnny Powell was here. He came in with Hub Saver. He came in and he said, "Well, I'll go wherever." And we got over there, and Johnny was kind of excited. He said, "Man, I like this place."
Oh yes.
Now they're not a sponsor of ours. It's just we just went and ate, and it was.
Well, he is, but they're not.
Yeah, Big Bad Breakfast is not, but they're the prices are special.
Right.
Breakfast between Landon and I, and two normal breakfasts, $33.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, but it was over the top good, and if it's over the top good, the price is really not that important.
Right.
Neat place to go.
Yeah, which we only go there annually, so.
Yeah, once a year, I think we can stand that.
Right.
Speaking of annual migration, this being Valentine's weekend, you got any plans for you and your honey?
Yes, but it'll be next weekend.
Oh yeah.
I have a what's the best way to describe this?
Have something else to do?
I have something planned.
Okay.
That requires a full day.
Really?
Yes. So I have planned it for after the show next weekend.
Okay. Well, I reckon that's all right.
Yeah.
So y'all end up going, and I think me and Hottie are going to go. Look, Landon, I flipped a quarter.
Okay.
It hasn't hit the ground yet. It got heads and tails,
Right.
One side of it is Dreamland.
Okay.
The other side is Bright Star.
Okay, so you're just trying to see if you can skimp out on her too?
Oh yeah. Well, she's never been to either one of them, so she don't know the difference.
There is a difference.
There is a difference. We were talking. I said, going to Dreamland, you just go Dreamland. Just go. Now you go to Bright Star, you might need to put on your big boy pants and a shirt with a collar.
A shirt with less than 10 stains on it.
Oh, you really step up. Shoes with socks. What else? A belt. No, anyway, it's a very upscale place out in the Bessemer. I think it's like 19th Street, right in downtown Bessemer. If you've never had an opportunity to go to the Bright Star, dangest place you ever been.
Oh yeah, it is a.
I had talked about it for a long time. When you used to come down for the weekend, we always went to some place special. We did Saturday mornings. I took you over there, and you were whatever. About 3 bites, you looked up and said, "You've been holding out on me."
Yeah.
You thought that was a pretty neat place.
No, it's most definitely different than.
All right. I hear music in the background. We're going to take our first break of the day. Landon fixing me some hot chocolate, and we'll be right back on DragRace Central. Welcome back in. Landon, let me do some real radio guy stuff.
Do your thing.
This is going to be so exciting. 6:18. This is February 12th, 6:18 in the morning. It is a Saturday. I hope it's a Saturday. I don't know if, I asked you if you thought the sap was rising. The sap started rising. There were cars everywhere this morning. We made mention of this several times. We leave out the same time every week, within a minute or two. This morning there were cars behind us. We passed cars. They were everywhere.
Traffic everywhere.
And it's the same time. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is the sap's rising, and when the sap starts rising in the trees, it starts getting blooming. They start blooming, get leaves and all that kind of stuff. So maybe the same thing's happening to people. And we passed a couple of boats on the way fishing, and yeah, I've got a question. Do fish get thirsty?
No.
I don't know.
I would expect.
And
not.
do they? And how do these fishermen know that fish get up early?
Well,
what if they sleep in?
I told you before. The early fish gets the worm.
I guess it does. But then we passed some trucks and boats, and I guess the weather's broken enough. Everybody is wanting to get out and experience some of this beauty. The last couple of days have been absolutely beautiful.
That's right.
And I looked yesterday; it was 68 degrees, and I think it's going to be approaching 60 today. We'll get up to the mountain. We've got some moving around at the house to do, making room for our new addition.
I told you, hook 2 chains to it and just snatch everything out at the same time.
No, we can't do that because this stuff is kind of expensive, and you don't want to tear it up. We need to have it available for the next project.
You're gonna put that stuff in the Corvette?
No.
You don't want to put the 405. Is that what that is? That's 400.
400. Yeah.
But the 400 in the Corvette?
No, that's probably not going to work. It would be a really cool car with not much motor. I've had that unfortunately way too many times.
Right. Or you've had too much motor with not enough car.
I've had that.
You do that a lot.
That'll scare you, Johnson. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But we've got that fixed out with the 55. I got it back on the ground. The anti-roll is in.
That way you can debate between the 2 cars in the garage.
Now how about this? You go to Montgomery, take both cars, run 6.0. You can run 6.0 in the 55, and I'll run 470 in the Corvette.
Right. I'm telling you, one of us runs 470, the one runs Pro Mod. Or we just run a match race.
Better than that. I'm announcing an I-22. That Pro Mod racing coming in up there. You think, I have heard everything there is. There's nothing new. I'm old. Well, a guy comes in, he said, I don't change classes. And of course, Scotty and all that. Oh, yeah, what you want to do? He said, what are you running? He said, I'm running foot brake. Okay, what do you want to run? He says, I want to run Pro Mod. I thought, what? He was running foot brake, and he decided to step over to Pro Mod.
Mm-hmm.
He did it too.
I've seen a 450 bracket car.
I think he ran 540s, 50s, something like that. I think it was enough to get in the field. The field was kind of soft that night, and hey, he's to qualify pays $500. Well, buy it. You got to get it.
Exactly.
So.
I got you figured out.
Oh no!
You can put 2 entries in every time for Pro Mod, double your money.
Ooh, that's a good idea. And so you get $1,000.
Yeah.
So both cars will qualify.
Exactly.
You take after your dad, don't you? That's pretty awesome.
No.
So what we need is another car. We get like $1,500.
No. Let's go ahead and get 8. That way we can get the whole field. We win.
Oh no, we'd still be down because there's some fast cars showing.
We'd bring in a whole class.
Oh yeah,
that's right. We'll bring our own Pro Mod race.
Well, that sounds like a good deal. 941-1011 is our number. We had a. Lennon, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Hey, I was accused this week of always being
smart,
of always being having money making ideas. I said, is that wrong? I'm not supposed to.
So we've got both cars won't fit in a trailer, so we'll have to take both of them up there.
Yeah. After we get about 8, we're gonna need to start getting some friends.
So this is the bad part. Now you've started this. You will have to drive a truck and trailer. So you want the Suburban with a flat trailer with a 55 on it.
Sure.
It's the easiest to drive.
Yeah. I pulled a car with a flat trailer with a box truck.
Okay. Yeah, you have. So anyway, I think, and I'll pull the other one once we get it up to school, get it all hooked up. Or Suburban can pull the big trailer, and it'll come out, and then the motorhome pulls flat trailer, it'll come in and out. Won't have to do any swapping and trading.
Yeah.
Hey, you had a pretty good idea. With a new car, it's got 4 or 5 nitrous bottles. I think I've got 6. We're loaded on nitrous.
Right.
So this is.
I heard you. I heard in your purchase of the Corvette, you got a few nitrous kits, or a few nitrous bottles.
I got plenty of kits.
Yeah.
This thing's got 2 foggers on it.
Okay, so there's 2 already on it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's got split dominators. Somebody at some point had a great idea to take a saw and cut a Holley dominator apart, and they moved over the cylinders.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, I thought, whoo, the first guy who did that, he's the one that was brave. Hey, let's cut that thing in 2. So anyway, they did. It's got split dominator, sheet metal intake. It's a 712 cubic inch motor.
Do they use half kits? Take 2 half kits, or you just cut 1 half kit in half?
No, those are plates. This has got foggers.
Okay.
Actually screwed into the intake.
We're gonna use half plates.
Half plates?
Yeah. Instead of having the cross in the center, you're just gonna have a T.
Or get them. Oh, here's what we do. We get them hot and stretch them.
Yeah.
Kind of distort them.
Pull them apart, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan.
That's right.
That may not work out too good. So, anyway, we're first.
Did you finally get some beer can solenoids for once?
You don't have to have it on this.
Okay.
Trash can. They're called trash cans.
Size of beer can.
They're size of a drink can. That's for dang sure. Mm-hmm. So we have to put those on the 55.
Okay.
So it'll handle. You know, I think I got 300 on it.
Oh, that's all.
And
we need to bump it up for Pro Mod.
We'll put that moonshot on it. We've got. I don't know how many nitrous kids. I kind of.
Chris has a shirt, a moonshot shirt.
He sure did.
Yep.
Chris Rogers had a moonshot shirt. Last April 1st, NOS came out with a deal. They had the moonshot. It was 3,200 horsepower. It was a stack of nitrous plates, probably a foot, at least a foot tall. Solenoids everywhere. They fired those things. That was the funniest thing. It's called the moonshot.
Yep.
So Chris, I think, has got a moonshot.
So they increased horsepower by 10,000.
I thought it was 3,200. 3,200 horsepower. Touch of a button. Traction is going to be an issue.
Right.
And I'm thinking, my $35 Vega converter I used to run, I was shook that rascal. So, me and Chris both. Because me and Chris both were rich, and we would not buy the $23 one. He and I saved our money and bought the $35 one.
$35 one.
$35 converter.
Jeez.
That baby was awesome. Because there were Vega converters and there were 4-speeds is all there was.
Right.
A Vega converter you take off normal, your mama's in the car, you take off, motor turns 3,500 RPM. I don't care how fast you're going, it turns 3,500. And then the car starts catching up to the speed. I put that thing in my car. My dad got in the car. He said, "Son, the transmission's slipping." I said, "No, it ain't slipping. It's a kind of converter I get in." He said, "Son, this transmission is slipping. Something wrong with this." "No, Daddy, let me show you." I pulled over, stomped it. "Oh my gosh, what is this thing?" I said, "That's a Vega converter." He said, He said, "You talking about the Vega Chevrolet?" I said, "Yeah." He said, and why'd you do that?" I said, "'Cause it does this." Man, that thing's pretty cool. But it wouldn't handle a whole bunch of nitrous. But at $35, who cares?
You buy 2 of them.
I never tore one up.
Really?
I drove the thing to Gatlinburg.
You're telling me that blistering 290 horsepower at the time didn't just mushroom it?
Well, Landon, I had double hump heads.
Ooh.
I had scored on from the junkyard. I scoured the junkyard. I had casting number 186s. Now, 186. What's that?
Do you have accessory holes?
Oh, 186 had accessory holes, baby. All your stuff from your car would bolt up to it. The ones before that, I think 461s, did not have accessory holes. But, you know, me being the bucks up guy I am, having so much money, I could afford the ones with accessory holes.
That's right.
They were probably $40. I don't know.
Oh, geez.
Because you buy those things and then go to the machine shop and have new guides put in them, have them all fixed up and good valve job. Those things flowed, I think, 180 or 190 CFM. That was the good ones.
The good ones.
Now LS stuff flows above 300, and it's, you know, they're everywhere.
That's right.
All right, we're going to go out and take a break. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. Welcome back in.
Just the three of us?
Just the three of us? What?
Me, you, and him. The song.
Oh, just three. Oh, yeah.
And it's just the three of us here.
Just three of us.
Yeah.
In the whole building.
That's right.
But, you know, we have the world's slowest pro mod car.
That's debatable.
Wait a minute, listening to us. And I'm talking about Chris Rogers. Chris, yeah.
No, hang on. Look out, Chris. He's got two of them now. You got to outdo him and get three.
Yep. Now, you know, what's funny, if we end up doing this deal in Montgomery, I'm sure Chris will be down there. I'll say he was contacting Ben. So we'll have Chris on with us on location from Capital City Motorsport Park.
That's what we do. I got it figured out.
Hook us up.
We slap for sale signs in the back of both of them, and we see whichever one gets the highest bid.
And come home with an empty trailer.
No. Whichever one gets the highest bid, that's one that leaves.
So we'll come home with or could come home with two empty trailers.
That's right. Well, you know, if somebody offers like $100,000 for both, sold.
I guess so. You know, that is scary. I used to have a blast. Had a rip of an old car. We put a hot rod motor in. You drove it to the track, and the tires were junk. Even they were good. There's nothing wrong with the tires, but they were absolutely junk.
Right.
Couldn't go anyway. My Impala, I went $899 one time.
Whoa.
Usually 902 or 3. Just I think the moon was in the right position and the stars are right. I went $899 one time. I was on top of the world. I mean, I was the man. And you got, you know, the whole car, the motor, and the $35 converter. You know, I'm talking. I had $1,200, $1,500 in the whole car. Yeah. And the tank of gas that I drove up there. And having fun, and me, of course, Chris is up there. We were just having a blast. Now when I drive up, you look at the money you got invested. It's no more fun. I mean, it really and truly is no more fun. It's a blast, but it's some work, and I can assure you, there's more zeros in what I drive up with now than there was in. And
well, to be fair, if you want to run $899, it's not that hard. It'd be cheap.
Well, you can get a Tesla run 6.0s. Of course, they're $135,000 for one of them. It all do something.
Plaid edition, right?
Yeah, the Plaid, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about if you just want to run the 890s, that's easy.
It really is. Well, we've talked on here about the hot rods and all. For young guys who have never done this, if you want to run 8.0, ask a guy who runs 7.0. And for him, run 8.0 is a non-event. Oh, this is all you got to do. Well, if you want to run 6.0 or you run a 7.0, ask a guy to run 6.0. 7.0s for him is really, really simple. Because, hey, 7.0 in the eighth, you thought, it's nothing. That's 1080s in the quarter. Hey, that ain't no junk. Well, if you step up and want to run 6.0s, get a guy that runs 5.0s, and he can't slow his down enough to run 6.0. But still, it's like if you want to figure out how to make $100,000, find out a guy who has $1 million, and 100 it will be no event for him.
Right.
If you need to lose 100 pounds, talk to a person who don't need to lose 100 pounds, and they'll tell you how to do it.
Sometimes.
Well, yeah, you eat like a person who weighs 170 pounds, and that's the way you'll be.
That's right.
You just kind of kind of works that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've oversimplified it, but kind of like the got a policing issue. I want my police to figure it out. I don't want politicians to figure it out. Police are smart about that stuff. If my car's broke, you go to a mechanic. You don't go to a politician. How about that?
Yeah.
That's just an idea. Get off my rant pants.
Yeah.
I'll do that from time to time.
It happens.
Did I say anything about racing?
Not
I think
much.
anyway. At the World of Wheels, let me mention some of the people who came by and visited with us. This is so important.
We had the Fultondale Flash come by.
Fultondale Flash came out and hung out with us on Saturday,
That's right.
and his brother Kenny came and his sister came. So everybody there with us, and we appreciate them coming. Will Hurst came from up in North Alabama, up around Moulton. He came and hung out with us. Of course, we know Todd. Todd was cracking on me pretty hard.
How's that?
You and Johnny was in here
Uh-huh.
talking about how nice y'all were, and I showed up too. You don't remember that? And he's talking about it to his mother. She said, them guys seem awful nice. Well, that Landon really is. And Johnny, he's awesome. Yeah, there's Randall up there too. Todd, man,
I had forgotten about that.
Todd was mean to me. So anyway, Todd came to visit with us. I don't care, love him to death.
Yeah.
I would do the same to him.
I understand.
It's on. Let's see who else we got. Late Model Mark. He came to visit with us.
I told you. People who only been listening for 2 years wouldn't know who he is.
We have
He's super Late Model Mark's brother.
and he's just would be younger brother.
I guess. I really don't know.
He does some announcing up at Talladega Short Track, the dirt track up there, and he'll call and challenge us on some of the stuff we
Used
do.
to.
He has not been successful yet. You got to get up early in the morning and get ahead of me.
Yeah.
Anyway, good guy, and he wants to come on air with us. I invited him on, and we'll have him on in the next couple of weeks, and we'd like to do that. And our guys that are doing other kind of racing do it before our racing really picks up, because we want our drag guys on.
Oh yes.
Now, because David Church, he was in there. We had his. I think that was an '87. It's a mullet car.
Mullet Camaro.
Mullet Camaro.
No, it's not Camaro. Camaro.
Camaro.
Camaro.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's how you pronounce the mullet version of it.
But his paint was just incredible.
Oh yes, very.
Hey,
very good
even
job.
better than that was the aluminum in it. So I'm thinking we get this Corvette home, and we're gonna get him over there and show us how to do the polishing.
Yeah. Should work.
So let's see who else. Of course, Johnny from Hub Saver. He hung out the weekend with us. Had a good old time.
Sure did.
He'll be calling in at 7:00.
I had to. Most of those guys I had to herd upstairs, look at that Nissan, so they could see what I was talking about.
Everybody needs to see that thing. And let me tell you,
I told you.
Miss
I passed
Teresa,
those ones.
Miss
Good
Teresa
deals.
was there. That's David's wife. Landon, I went out to get the truck. When I came in, I was doing something. She was folding our T-shirts correctly. We had them in 2 boxes,
Shoved into.
and
boxes.
they were in the boxes. The lids would close.
Right.
Let me tell you, Teresa pulled them out, folded them, sorted them. They're in the correct sizes.
Something we've been talking about doing since we got them.
Now all we got to have is some bags, and them babies be ready.
Yeah.
So you're interested in a Drag Race Central T-shirt?
We got to talk to Powell. He was the one who told us where to get them.
Oh yeah, it's actually a freezer bag. Hey, we talked about that. So who else? Late Model Mark. So I just looked
I believe
around.
that.
I make sure I did not miss anybody. But we had a lot of our listeners.
David.
Listeners. What's that?
David Church.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
He was there doing the. Richard Oettinger came hung out with us for
That's
a while.
right. Yes.
He was going to be our other car in the booth, but when you went to pick it up, it was over to Stubbs' garage.
Mm-hmm.
It was third deep 3 cars torn apart. Had 2 in front of his torn apart. He had to put it together, and then it was just too much.
I told you we could have pushed yours in there.
No, we couldn't.
We put a big rope in the way.
Thick rope.
Thick rope. Get some space on that one.
Well, the Corvette. Now, I keep talking about this Corvette. It's a 53, and many of you have seen this. It's the Lizard car. It says Lizard Racing on the side of it. It's a 53 Pro Mod, bright yellow and lots of different colors. I'm going to get our buddy David over there to show me how to really clean one up. Got 34, 5, 17, 16 tires on it. Landon, these babies are huge.
Big tire.
Big tire car. We got that, and I checked. The tires actually are they've only got about 10 passes on them, but they're 2 years old. That means you
Gotta get new ones.
take them off.
Yep.
You give them to Wheatie and let him drag the track with them. So that's what's going to happen to them.
Right.
They put them on that drag, and more power to him, because the 55 I run it, and I rattled the tires in high gear. I thought I'd broke something, and all it was, it spun in high gear, and you go into tire shake, it'll bust your teeth. Is how bad it rattles. And I let off throttle. I thought I broke something, but it was going down the track, and it wasn't doing anything weird. And then Ryan Hallmark says, "Oh, you rattle the tires." Really? So I bought some tires and fixed it. Strangest thing I ever done. So I will, and the Corvette is a lot faster than 55 has been so far.
Right.
It runs 5 O's on the motor without nitrous. So I have a feeling this is going to spook me. What do you think?
It very well could.
So there's going to be some, we got to have a pair of tires. I'm going to strip the wiring out of it, put a K&R setup in it, and I think the ignition's coming out. We're going to do a grid. I want the latest, greatest. That's
the good stuff.
That's kind of. I got to do this one at a time. Tires are I believe it's $435 each. So anyway, the next side up was over 500. So it was what?
City Auto Sales.
City Auto Sales. Ken McFarland was down there. They've come on board with us, and they're out at 3075 Allison Bonnet Memorial Drive. So they'll take care of all your automotive needs. Our buddy Chris going to call us in a little bit, and he can talk more and more about. See if they got any specials.
Heard you sold a car.
I did. Weekend? I sold one.
Yeah.
The old teacher in me came back. This young man came. I had an old a 97 E320 Mercedes.
Right.
Great car, and so I just quit driving it. It had a little glitch in transmission, so I just quit driving the thing. So a young man come pick it up. It was a cheap car. So that got him on a trailer. His mother was with him. She squatted down like wigwam side, Indian side, squatted down, motioning him how to get on the trailer. I said, whoa, you can't be there. She said, well, I got to line him up. I said, if he messes up, you die. You can't do that. So I had to get her off to the side. She said, how'd I see you? I said, you can lean over, because if he messes up, there's no way to get out of the way.
Right.
She was squatted, sitting down with her feet under her. And I had to, no, we can't do that. Cause think of the paperwork if she gets squished in my yard.
Yeah.
Oh, the paperwork. I'm messing with. Didn't want anybody hurt. But got up and I had Landon. When we were loading this thing up, when I got home from the World of Wheels on Sunday night, I put the key in the door. I heard a noise, this buzzing noise. I thought, what in the world is that? Went in the basement. The furnace was making a noise, and generally furnaces don't make much noise other than the wind. It had this growling noise, so I went upstairs, turned it off, and and Sunday it got this in the 40s. So I finally, I got in the bed, and the only thing out of the covers was my nose. It was cold in the house, so I called our heat and air guy on Monday. He came over and they're picking that Mercedes up, and the heat and air guy's going around us. He's doing his thing. The blower motor went out. Out of selling my Mercedes, I had $100 left.
Sweet.
Man. Oh well.
Love when that happens.
But it still worked. I still got $100.
That's right.
All right, we're gonna go out and take a break. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. Welcome back in. I'm gonna get up and start doing my Billie Jean thing.
Do your thing. Hey.
I'll be dancing like the groundhog on Caddyshack.
There you go.
Oh, I remember seeing when the Michael Jackson did the Billie Jean live on air that on American Music Awards and did the moonwalk. You know, he had his issues, I'm sure. I don't know. Rascal was an entertainer and a half.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I like music. And Lionel Richie, another one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've got an idea. You know, I heard our president talking about he wanted to nominate an African American female. I've got the perfect person. Medea. Tyler Perry's character, Medea.
Yeah.
Perfect for the Supreme Court. What do you think?
I don't know about it.
It's probably not. I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
No, Tyler Perry is some kind of smart guy. So anyway, but his Medea character is pretty fun.
That's right. Yeah, raise drive shafts.
Yep.
Do all of our drive shafts.
We're not going to need one for this new car.
No, but I have to pull one out today.
You do?
Yep.
One that's the last thing you built for us. Got to pull it out. We're moving a unfinished project out. We've already got the motor and the transmission. Got one bolt left in it, and it's coming out. And got to move it out and make room for our new project.
That's right. So, yeah, I get to pull raised drive shaft, put them in the car.
And the bolts.
And the bolts.
And we're gonna find a little box or a paper, a plastic bag, put the bolts in.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's awful trying to find them. You can take bolts out one at a time,
Mm-hmm.
put the nut on it,
Right.
put it in a place.
Okay.
There's 6 bolts.
Right.
When you turn around to put them back in, there's only 5. Where does the other one go? And you put them in a magnetic pan. They can't fall out. You do them one at a time. I don't know what happens to them.
And teleport out.
I guess it's that same place that one black sock goes.
Yep. Every time.
In the no sock zone.
Every time.
So raised drive shaft located in Fultondale,
Mm-hmm.
right across from the Army tank.
At 1417 Decatur Highway in Fultondale, Alabama. Give me a call in at 256-572-7485. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Also located in their in Off-Road Connection building, VP Racing Fuel.
That's right.
You can get VP there, Gardendale Performance, or Dodge City Collision.
Last Mountain.
And the Last Mountain going to open today. I don't know if they've got their starting their supplies back. And they use VP traction compound.
Okay.
So Rick brings it up there, and they have to unload it with a tractor because it's a 55-gallon drum. Probably now 55-gallon drum of oil weighs 350-ish. 350, 360 pounds.
Right.
So you can't just grab it.
You can squat it, but you can't grab it.
Although I have seen guys grab a barrel and put one on the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me tell you, this is a big boy.
Yeah.
But I have seen it done. And I remember a time I could do it, but them days are over.
Can't one leg squat that?
No. 1.5 leg. Just grab it and throw it up there.
Right.
No, them days are over. So 941-1011 is our number. Give us a call. You want to talk to us about drag racing. Sick week. Sick week just finished up. That is, we talked about drag week. We talked about many times. I went up to St. Louis to a drag week event. But sick week did South Florida. Well, they did. They started in Bradenton, went to Gainesville, and then to Valdosta Motorsport Park, or South Georgia Motorsports Park in Valdosta, or Adele, Georgia's where it is, and they did 4 or 5 tracks and ended up back down at Bradenton. They went from Bradenton to Orlando, from Orlando to Gainesville, I believe is what, and then to Valdosta, and then back to Bradenton. I think that's where they went. The Orlando track, that event got rained out.
Okay.
It was in the 30s in Florida also, and an old friend Rick Shaling. Now I finished high school with his dad and Adam McDowell. They were down there in a Rick's got a 79 or 80 Malibu that is absolutely beautiful. So they've been down in Florida doing Sick Week. There was a couple of accidents. Tom Bailey, he's got the only 5-second car. His son wrecked a 57 wagon. Went tumbling down the track. He made the complete pass, and I don't know if he pulled a parachute. Something happened. It took a hard right and went tumbling down the track. But he's all right. And the car looks so bad. I don't know if you could tell it was wrecked. It was one of them it's got patina on it.
Patina.
It's got some wrinkled patina now.
There you go.
There was a Nova hit a deer. Somebody got rear-ended. So there were several instances, and a lot of carnage. Motors and transmissions and rear ends, and Steve Morris Racing Engines. He had a Roadmaster. I don't know if it's a Roadmaster or a Chevrolet Impala wagon. Mid 80s, one of them great big ones. It went 670s or 680s at 216 or so in a quarter. He got some pretty good power in that thing. He had something happened, and 1320 video was up under the car with him. He has a pan that goes completely under the car. That if you lose any fluid, this thing catches it. It was pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
It would look like it'd be about 2 or 3 inches deep, and had sides on it, and then it looked like a heat and air guy made it, and then the belly pan part popped up on it, and you put screws in it, and you're completely anything you drip, you catch. So it's
way easier than fixing leaks.
Or being a 2 or 3 bagger, a big 2 or 3 bag of oil dry to clean your mess up.
Yeah,
like I've done more than once.
Mm-hmm.
How
much oil's in under the 55 right now?
Ooh.
Does it have any oil left in it?
In the 55?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just got it's 7 quarts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. And
does it still have 7 quarts in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and it's probably before we run it. And I'll run it one time. The oil change was fresh, but before the season starts, I'll change it again.
Yeah. I just didn't know if it leaked all out yet or not.
It don't leak oil, other than a couple of spots every now and then.
It don't leak oil other than when it does?
Other than when it does. If it quits leaking oil, you put some in it. Is that it?
No, we got 1 minute.
What's that?
1 minute.
I was saying only when it rains.
Only when it rains? There you go.
I had a car that wouldn't start when it rained. The green car?
Uh-huh.
Remember how the battery was going bad? It would only not crank when it rained.
Nothing but the best.
If it was sunny out, she'd fire right up. And you don't need to jump it off, nothing.
Hey, that baby's just sitting at the house, too.
You
be looking
eventually.
good. Hey, you be looking good in that thing.
Hey, snatch up at my house.
Oh, hey, we got a trailer.
Yeah.
We got a
You
flat
can bring
trailer.
same time. Bring the egg. Green car, green egg.
Green car and a big green car. Hey, let's go out and take a break. It's approaching. Let's see. Let me do 6:59 in the morning. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. DragRace Central. Landon, we've got our man of the hour. Let's go out to him. Good morning, Mr. Johnny. Let me see. Good morning. You on there?
Good morning.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, I'm up here mashing buttons, and I hadn't got it figured out.
Hey, that's all right. One day.
Well, I
Practice
enjoyed.
makes perfect.
Tell you how much we enjoyed being with you last week at the World of Wheels.
Hey, I really enjoyed it. I had a really great time, man. I swear I did.
You met a
You
lot
guys
of
are
our
a good host.
a lot of our listeners, and our just people coming around. You displayed the hub saver many times.
Yeah, it was wonderful meeting all the people up there. Everybody's so nice and welcoming. You know, I tell you, I enjoy coming to Alabama. It's gonna have to work on making that our home very soon.
Well, that's good. We'd like having you. So anyway, we spent a lot of time at the World of Wheels. Of course, going out over to the Big Bad Breakfast eating.
That was bad. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, you think,
That
wow,
was awesome.
Are we really in Alabama? Well,
yeah, I tell you what, it was a wonderful time. I had a really great time. Like I said, we met a lot of great people there. A lot of your listeners stopped by. It was nice to put a face with a name.
Yes. Now, I thought I was going to have to rescue you, and I got to looking around for your phone, and your phone was laying down. I said, there was a guy had you cornered.
Oh, you don't know half of it yet.
He had you cornered, and I got looking. Dang, I can call Johnny and tell him I need him upstairs. I'll tell him something, and that way he'd escape that guy. But
Yeah.
your phone was laying down. So I can't. So I just had to get up and start talking too.
Yeah, I remember that now. But when I was on my way back towards South Carolina on Monday, that certain gentleman called me.
Well,
and he
did you
talked to
learn
me for
anything?
In about an hour and a half, I did. I learned a lot. He was very pleasurable to talk to.
Well, he had plenty to say. I'll say that.
He did. He did. He's a very interesting gentleman. He said he was going to start listening to the show. He said he's heard
we appreciate
it before.
that.
And but we met a lot of wonderful people.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was so pleasurable to be around. And I just got back home 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah. When I'd been a little sick,
Uh-huh.
and I started feeling a little bad Monday, which Sunday I didn't feel that great. But then got back to South Carolina and started getting sick again. I had to call my doctor, calling me some medication, and started having a little bit of chest problems and when I breathe, and put me back on some antibiotics I was on a few weeks back, and so I stayed up there for 3 days and then come home on Thursday night. I got home Thursday night back up here.
Wow, that's a lot of traveling. Of course, we worked you pretty hard for 3 days.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
Your immune system will get down a little lower than it you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, it's just, I was fighting it to go anyway, like I told you, because I had not felt that great, but I didn't want to miss it. And I got there, I felt fine. And pretty much the last day as I started, the weather was actually really cold compared to what it usually is.
Well, we've had some temperatures around 70 here in the last couple of days. It has been so nice.
Same here.
Oh.
Well, when I left South Carolina on Thursday, it was 73 degrees.
Oh, yes.
So I almost didn't want to leave. I got up here in Maryland, it was 43.
Yeah.
But it's the winter's not gone yet. But I'm ready for some racing to get started back.
Well, our local track, Lashton Mountain, opens today.
I heard you saying that earlier.
Yeah. So I'm
wonderful.
I'm gonna fire the 55 up, and we got some stuff to do. I've got a new purchase, and it'll be coming home.
Heard about that.
Probably Tuesday. A 53 Corvette Pro Mod car.
You were telling me about that over the weekend.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I think I got my deal done yesterday, and I'm having cataract surgery on Monday, so I can't do it Monday.
Oh.
And
wow.
So I've got some good help, but we'll get it to the house. I think Tuesday's when we're gonna do this deal, and kind of excited. Of course, after seeing the quality of cleaning that David did on the mullet Camaro, he got to come to the house and help me.
I would put him to work, and I'd probably let his wife go in your house and work in there too.
Hey,
she did a great job on your T-shirts the other night.
Hey, is that one awesome lady?
That she sure is. I'll hire her any day.
Hey, let me tell you, the first time I met her, we were at a 25th wedding anniversary deal, and this before I got hurt. But anyway, me and David sitting on the end of the table talking, and Miss Teresa came up, And she brought something to drink, and she said, "Anything else I can do for you?" I said, "Now, would you stand there just in case I need anything?" She said, "Well, yeah." I said, "Man, that's pretty awesome."
Yeah, I believe she would do it too.
Oh yeah.
What I saw the other night. She might have been the one doing all that polishing.
She might have been. Hey, she can come visit. I'll feed her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, come on, I'll buy you a sandwich. This will work.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, you don't find a whole lot like that. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, we had a very funny incident. My lady friend was with us, and she said, "Oh, that's your daughter."
Yeah.
And she said,
"I was kind of."
She said, "Did you put him up to that?" I said, "No." She said, "You did?" No, I didn't. I did not do that.
No, I did that on my own, but it was kind of a joke. But I guess when I saw her face when I said that, I said, "Whoop." Maybe it wasn't so funny, but it was funny.
Well, she is younger than me, but she does not have lights on in her tennis shoes. So she's not that young.
So that's okay. Hey.
Well, as long as
right.
hey, Johnny, they got to have at least driver's license.
That's right. When they got a driver's license, hey, you can furnish the car.
No, that way they can come get you. We're old.
Yeah, that's right. Well, everybody's got to have a backup plan. I know that for a fact.
You got to work the plan, like you said.
Yeah, that's right.
What's going on with the hub savers?
Well, we trying to get everything ready for Reynolds, Georgia, with the Southeast Gassers. It's coming up on March the 12th.
Yes.
And of course, I've got a few other things in the works right now with a guy I spoke with in Florida day before yesterday, and he's doing some stuff down there for us, and he's fixing to get on some of the IHRA stuff. And actually, he's doing some work on one of John Force cars right now.
Okay.
But it's going to be a busy year.
That's
we
great.
Hope to touch a lot of people and hopefully save a lot of people's life and keep everybody safe out there on the road.
Yeah, no, we got to remember the Southeast Gassers this year coming to Last Mountain Dragway, May the 7th. 5-7, that's right. I'm going to put some of these. I got some of the yellow flyers. I'm going to put some of these out at some of our local hot rod places. Make sure everybody knows about this, because you don't need to miss that event.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I talked to a lot of people up there Saturday and Sunday that said they would definitely try to be there.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, if you haven't ever been, it's it changes you, that's for sure.
And hey, how about this? You come to the Gasser event, you get to come and meet Johnny and his wife.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Hey, that's worth coming. That's worth the event alone. Plus, we'll give you 10%
at least meet your wife is. How about that?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get her to come, and she's gonna be on the radio station when we come.
So that is great.
I've already informed her of that, so that's gonna be really cool.
Well, we'll make her feel at home. You know that.
Oh, I know you will. I told her. I said, "This is you right here. You're gonna have to be in here." So we're gonna get her in there. And then we'll get her to buy our breakfast afterwards.
Sweet. Now, hey, Landon almost passed out when you said that.
It won't be Hardee's or McDonald's either.
Hey, now this boy,
it'll be the big bad breakfast.
We Landon, did you hear that?
I heard it.
Now, Johnny is one of them that came in here, and he had heard about the ramen noodles. He said, he released them things, don't he? I said, I told you he did.
Yep. Even Suzanne said, "Is he really eating ramen noodles?" I said, "Every chance he gets." I said, "That's the true smell. You come in the studio."
And he used to. Now look, things have mellowed out. He used to put soy sauce in them. There was a bottle of soy sauce in the back of the Suburban. So he would scarf it up. What did you ever did you run out, or what'd you do?
We ran out twice.
Okay. So he's really wimped out and quit getting soy sauce. So he takes it straight now. These babies are 23 cents a piece. He's amusing. I can get him satisfied easy.
Our kids, my grandkids and our kids here, they love them.
I'll eat one occasionally.
After my time, I've never really had them. Maybe once, I believe, maybe. They're just after my time. Back in my days, it was SpaghettiOs.
Well, yeah, Chef Boyardee homemade pizza.
Yeah, you got it. That's
well,
right.
Yesterday, I ate something I hadn't had in a long time. I opened a can of Vienna sausages.
Wow. Yeah. That and soda crackers, what I grew up eating for snacks.
Well, I did eat a can of them, and it was exactly as bland as I anticipated it being. But anyway.
Yeah. I remember my grandfather used to keep those in his cabinet, and every time I'd come over, that's the first thing I'd go to. And then he started carrying, if you remember, the barbecue flavor ones.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a treat there. Yeah, that was good old days.
It don't take much to amuse a guy, does it?
No, it don't. You and I start getting together. We start hitting on the times like it was yesterday.
That's it. Well, Johnny, tell everybody how to get in touch with Hub Saver and actually what you do.
Okay. Well, Hub Saver is I guess, as I was mentioned the other day, it's more or less a safety device that goes on your trailer. It keeps the wheel from coming off if you lose the outer bearing. Nobody's really immune to this problem. It could happen to anybody. And if it happened to you, it will possibly happen one day.
Hey, Johnny, I tell everybody it's kind of like a motorcycle. There's only two kind of motorcycle riders: the one who have fallen and the one that's going to fall. There's not a third option.
That's right. There's not an option. And it's going to be, everybody might as well get used to it because it's here to stay. It's going to be around. And anybody that listens to the radio station today, Randall, if they call in and and place an order, go online and place an order and use Hub 810, they get an automatic 10% discount on all your listeners.
Well, that's good. You hooked me up with the ones from a new trailer. I'm about to put. I got the winch mounted yesterday or the day before. Anyway, I got the winch mounted, and that is the next project is getting my hub sabers in place.
Hey, there you go. When you get that Corvette on the road, start hauling anything small on the smaller trailer, you got it covered.
Well, this is a Pro Mod car, and it's going in the big trailer. It can't get wet.
Yeah. You can't get it wet.
This thing is so awesome.
I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait. I'm going to have to make a trip down there one weekend when you guys are racing.
And it's pretty on top of that. You got a 712-inch motor in it. Split dominator, sheet metal intake. It's got all the goodies. It's got them.
Wow! I cannot wait.
I have a feeling, and I'm probably right on this. I have a feeling my mule's fixing to get scared.
Hey, one step at a time.
Yeah,
you need to
baby steps.
Put landing in the 55, right?
Probably. We've just talked to producer about doing a on March 20th. They're having their first big race down at Capital City Motorsports Park there in Montgomery, and we will probably take both of them down on Friday, and then do the show from the event on Saturday morning.
Okay, that sounds good. That's March 20th.
Big Ben Willis down there has bought that place, and really he does some outstanding promotions, and it'll be a big event. Pro Mods 470, 6070. There'll probably be 300 plus cars on the grounds.
Wow!
You need to come down to it.
I might need to look at that. That'll be the week after the gas race.
Yeah. All right. Now you go to Ben Willis on Facebook. He puts this on his personal Facebook page.
Okay.
And that's a
Ben
good way
Willis.
to get. And he actually owns a trucking company, so he needs some hub savers too.
All right, then, Ben Willis. Okay. I will have to look into that and see if I can't put that on my schedule. I'm trying to get everything booked up. I'm just not enough weeks in a month.
Well, hey.
Before I know it, I'll be booked up until the end of the year already.
Hey, you and I, we went to the barbers and saw the V12 Kawasaki.
Yes.
On YouTube, you can hear it run.
Really?
It is awesome. Yeah, just it's a whatever thing. I got music coming. Hubsaver.com. Check it out. Get a 10% discount.
Hey, you guys have a good one. We'll see you soon, okay?
All right, Johnny.
Thanks
see you,
a lot
bud.
for everything. Bye-bye.
That's our buddy Johnny for the Hub Saver. All right, we're going to go out and take a break. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. He's messing with us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Now look, I need because you and I talked, and I was thinking, gonna be Chris. Your anthem should be more Boy George or Milli Vanilli. What do you think about that? You think you're messing with me?
Well, you see how it ended, don't you?
Yeah, I know it. That girl is mine. Holy smoke! But that's hey, this is fun stuff. And I guess you've heard the news.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You were telling me that you were working it, and so congratulations.
Well, I felt like I had a baby.
Yeah.
Breach.
Again, congratulations. Boy, I hope that thing. We know the car is it's a great car. It should do you well.
Yep.
And like I say, getting in some of these heads-up index classes is kind of the ideal thing to jump into.
It is.
That particular car.
Buying a pro mod car is one thing, but maintaining it to pro mod level, the expense is just too. I mean, I just can't do that.
Right.
$1,500 set of rods every, 35, 40 passes. Of course, if you don't do them, it's really expensive. A set of rods are $1,500.
Right. You got to go into it and figure how many passes you're going to. Every time that car is running, you're calculating how much it's costing you while it sits there and runs.
And it's heat cycles.
Regardless if it's idling or going down the track, you're calculating the whole time it's running what that thing's costing you to run. You better be trying to figure out a way to offset it with something, with a win or whatever.
I guess gigolo it ain't gonna work out too good for me.
And not for you, no. I would plan on a win if I was you.
Oh, okay. So I guess I better do some winning because gigolo it ain't gonna work out. Huh. Well, you gotta have a plan.
Well, let's hope that's a backup plan, and hopefully you get some wins in there. You're talking about Ben Willis. I spoke with him earlier this week, and a great guy. He's got a program. He said, "Hey, we're going to try different things and see what works out." And like you were saying, he's kind of got a heads-up events. He's really working the pro mods and the index racing,
yes.
and which is something me and you both kind of grew up doing, and we did a lot of. And I'm glad that he's working to bring it back, and he's guaranteeing some of the money and some of that racing. So that's going to be real good.
Now you going down on the 20th?
Well, see, he's doing two different events, and so he's splitting it. So he's doing on Saturday. He's doing a 550, 650 index race. And those are off to the side, and they're a series. So it's going to be like a 9-event series. And he's doing points, and at the end of the year, adding the points up, the one with the most gets extra prizes and money at that, on top of whatever you win during the races. That's a series based with points on it. And so every time you show up, you get so many points. Every many rounds you go, you get points. The Sunday race is just going to be the general, like you said, 470, 530, 60, 70, 80s with the pro mods. And that's not a point series. That's just a separate race by itself. So they're both index racing, but they got a little bit of a twist to each one of them. And he's going to be doing, like on Sundays, he'll be doing his pro mods and the 470, 60, 70, and 530 races.
Well, what do you are you going to go?
So we're going. I'm setting more for the Saturday race, and we may bleed over and stay over for the Sunday. But we're definitely planning on getting in on that series. Either be the 550 or the 650. I got the small motor in it now, so I can start out at the 650 index racing. But we may bleed over to the 550 until we get the big motor in it, and we may go with that, or drop down to the 530 index class. That's kind of where we're aiming for, and that was the whole idea behind the Fultonell Flash to begin with, was try and get it in that 530 index racing, and that's kind of more where our home is anyway.
Well, I think we talked to the producer, and I think we're going to go ahead and do the show live from Montgomery. We'll go down on Friday. As soon as Landon gets off work, we'll take off down there, and anyway, we'll we'll take both cars. I have a sneaking suspicion we'll take both cars down there and let him run one class or whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. Well, Saturday I think is a bracket race tied with the index race. They're trying to do in that, so you can either jump in foot brake or the pro class, or you can jump in one of those index classes and just kind of ease it down through there.
Okay.
Either one should have some fun with it.
Okay. Well, it's been a while since he's been in the car, and the 55 is a very safe car. And I hadn't pulled I have not pulled the trigger on the nitrous on that car to see what it will do, but it's fast.
Right.
Runs in the mid fives on motor, and that'll be enough to get his attention. And as a dad, watching him go down, it'll really get my attention.
There you go. Well, be safe there, Landon. That's the main thing. And if you're have fun, if you're not having fun, there's something wrong there. But
now, Chris, let me tell you what I've done. I took a piece of metal. It's about 12 inches square, and I drilled a hole right in the middle of it. And I put a trailer knob in it. I'm going to put that in the seat. Now, it won't be comfortable, but you don't have to worry about sliding out.
You ain't right.
Yep, that's interesting. Well, hey, you want your boy to be safe.
You ain't right. Anyway, they are Landon. They make safety belts. You can just wear those.
Your safety belts. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Well, when you pucker up, puckering up's puckered up.
Yeah. Okay. You still there?
Oh, yeah.
Is Landon still there?
No, he won't talk to me anymore.
I'm here. I'm making it.
I think he's trying to switch to Johnny Knoxville.
That's right.
That's what he's trying to do, is it?
It is. All right, what you got to say, Landon? We got to defend himself.
I was going to say we on our last minute.
We're what?
We're about to end this one.
Hey, City Auto Sales, tell us about it. We got a minute.
Hey, City Auto Sales, real quick. Hey, everybody, if you're interested, we just got in a light new 17 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. This thing is in hyper green. You got to see it. If you come by and see it or pull it up on the website, the thing is tricked out with a lift kit, mutters. You can either go to a show with this thing or you can get in the mud and play. Either one, it'll do either one.
All right, Chris, we're going to talk some. We got 20 seconds. We're going to get back with you, and then when I get that thing home, I'll give you a holler.
Delaware. See y'all.
See ya. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. Welcome back in to DragRace Central. We've got another one of our locals, our regular zone. Right. Mr. Will, good morning.
Morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, look, we got to apologize. He couldn't get Def Leppard on for you.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, it was too quick a notice.
Well, so I was on Chris about getting some Milli Vanilli or some Boy George, so.
I'm glad it wasn't that.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. You wouldn't, back during that time when they first come out, you kind of like, man, that's some weird looking dress and weird looking outfit, and you think, well, I guess they're just doing it for attention, but. Then as time went on, you found out, it wasn't just for attention. It was for other reasons, apparently, or developed to other reasons.
Holy smoke. Yeah, every now and then, you just, it's just wrong. But anyway, what's going on up in Moulton area?
Well, right now it's about 50 degrees, 49 and dropping. So, we're going to get that cold air coming down through here. It's going to hit. I believe I know they ran last week, and I think they ran last night at the round track a little bit. From what I'd heard, I did not get over there. I've been busy and coming in late, had some other things going on, but as soon as I can get over there and get some better information on that, I will. And as far as I know, the drag strip hasn't done anything yet. I was looking on there to see if I could find anything, and I couldn't, but not on Facebook,
a little bit early.
So I may have missed something.
Laster Mountain is today's the first day they're going to open up, and I hope I know it's supposed to cool off this afternoon. It's been so nice. It's supposed to cool off, and possibility of some snowflakes tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Sunburn and frostbite same day.
Yeah.
Welcome to Alabama. I want to tell you how much I appreciate you coming in, and we enjoy being around you at World of Wheels.
I did enjoy it, yes.
We got to see a
it was
lot
a good time. Good time to see everybody, see the beautiful cars, trucks, motorcycles, just a wide variety of stuff. They had some nice things down there again last year.
The quality of vehicles were just over the top.
Oh yeah, they were beautiful. I enjoyed it.
Now all of the high dollar, beautiful pieces down there. Let me tell you what Landon's favorite car was. Upstairs behind the Unimog, that big military vehicle.
Yes.
There was a '91 Nissan. What Trofeo?
No.
Figaro. This is a remake of a '48 Crosley clown car. It's got probably either 12 or 13-inch wheels on it. And the roof.
12. No, those were 8s.
Nah, it's 12 or 13s. But anyway, little bitty. It's a clown car. The roof slides into the trunk. It's canvas. It's got a 3-cylinder Suzuki turbo motor in it, 1-liter turbo. And Landon,
I gotta have one.
He was excited.
Gotta have one.
Oh man.
I
may have seen it and didn't know what it was, but I do remember seeing that big truck in that area, but I may have seen it, didn't know what it was.
This was it's a car that somebody it's pretty common in Japan. They don't.
It used to be. There was a very limited run of them.
Well, I see why, because it's a clown car. If you've ever seen the movie Porky's, and there's no social value to watching the movie Porky's, but if you ever seen it,
no.
They drove up to the drove up in front of this nice place to eat in this Crosley.
Yep.
And the roof slides in the trunk.
Well, that's me. If I knowed what it was, I'd pay a little more attention to it. I was kind of in a hurry. I'd been around there for a few hours, and I just buzzed through and looked at them. As I was walking away, I had to make a quick scan around. But, yeah, it was amazing how many beautiful cars and the detail and the time that, of course, it's put into them and the money.
My two favorites, the high-end cars, the Trailer Queens, those things are, G and dollars and all that stuff. But my favorite was that there was a 72 Corvette across from us, red, complete driver. I thought that worked for me. And a 70 SS 454 Chevelle, red with white stripes. Those are my two favorite, because you could go buy you some premium unleaded and go riding around in them.
Yes, definitely.
I
saw some I would surely like to have had. That was for sure. Cars and trucks.
Oh yeah.
They had a monster truck in there too, that big jacked up 4x4.
The gray Chevrolet.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
It needed a step ladder to get in that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because because you live in the country, we live in the city. You know what we call those things? That's a mall crawler.
Mall crawler.
He crawls around at the mall. That thing ain't never been dirty.
Oh yeah. We use them. We could use something like that out here.
Yeah, you tell me want to borrow that thing, we're going to sink that thing about 4 feet in the mud and hold her wide open throttle if something happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll see it. Like I said, I had a mud bog for a little bit one time a few years ago, and they was amazing. The vehicles, they'd bring nice stuff out there and go through it. And I said, "Now don't tear your trucks up." I said, "I want you to come back next week."
And you might need to go to work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they were. Most of them were daily drivers. They would daily. They're driving to work the next day.
Assuming they didn't tear them up too bad.
Or whatever. But I want to tell you something else real quick, like what I was thinking. But I was looking up some track history and on the tracks, and I know that Jake's up here in Moulton looked like it came about or was opened in 1958. And the furthest ones back, there were several of them that was 56, maybe some 57. I know that was kind of when the drag race era stuff, a lot of it was starting. Were there some before then? Yeah, Laster Mountain was in the mix. It had a bunch of the Alabama tracks in there. When did it was? Can you think of any earlier than that, or no?
Yes.
Coleman.
30s.
30s. Okay.
Fast Freddy's and Burnt Valley. And Raglan and Odenville are the two places those were. See, Cortland Cortland was a World War II airstrip. They ran that in probably the 40s.
Okay. Yes, I do remember hearing about some drag racing down there.
In Cortland, yeah.
They're let's see, they've had a few air shows down there, and they've had some car shows down there as well in the past on the old Cortland Air Base.
Yep. And that's up at their closest Ford City. Henry Ford was going to dam up Tennessee River, make his own power to make make cars. Well, they built the subdivisions. You can fly over that place, and there's subdivisions everywhere. The roads are everything there, and no houses. This is from the 40s or 50s.
No, man.
The Federal Trade Commission would not, or somebody would not let them dam the river up.
And that's, you talking about Ford City up here around Florence?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so that's why they call it. I don't think I knew that.
That is Ford City. But that's in the Cortland area. All that in the area. A lot of history.
It is. It is a lot of history from the Air Base, World War II. Did a lot of training there.
Yeah.
It was a very important facility.
Oh yeah. I think Cortland is one of the oldest in our area. Though Helena Dragway, it closed probably in the 70s. It's a subdivision now.
Okay.
Winston County is still in the woods. It was in the woods when it was new.
Coleman was opened in the 30s and then closed in the 50s.
Okay.
Well, Jake's there's a few houses around, but it's surrounded by fields and woods and cotton fields and coyotes and deer and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Well, Huntsville Dragway used to be out in the country. Well, the country grew up around them. Now there's a subdivision. At the end of the track to the left, there's a subdivision. There was a big controversy. This real estate woman was trying to get the track closed down. Of course, that's not going to happen because the track was there first. Well, it got pretty sticky. So when George Howard had this guy call up and ask about a house. So he's asking about this house for sale, and he's talking to the same woman. And he said, "Now look, I heard there's a isn't there a racetrack around there?" She said, "Oh, you can't even hear it. That's nothing. It's the same one that was on TV and radio trying to get his track shut down, telling, we used to call it real estate 2 stories. There's one story before you buy it and one story after you buy it."
When they start racing electric cars at the drag strips, it's just not going to be any fun. You're not going to be able to even know you'll miss the race because you want to be able to hear.
Oh, look, I got worse than that. Street racing. If you're in a Tesla and a guy pulls up beside you on a race, how do you put it in neutral and rev it up to get his attention?
They make sure your horn works, I guess.
I guess. I know. You should be, hit that.
They'll have to put noisemakers on them where they can sound like they got an engine, I guess.
Well, J.C. Whitney still got one. It sounds like the tires are spinning. You put a speaker down by the back tire.
Hey, there used to be a song. I said it's nobody good. I got to go help some people get some feed and fertilizer this morning. Have to have my job. Well, their song intro. I can't remember which one it is. It sounds like it may be the Rolling Stones or somebody. I can't think who it is. Sounds like a car sitting there hitting a lick, camming. The drink's got a drum beat intro.
Oh yeah.
And the first time or two I heard it, I think you mentioned it before.
Yeah.
It sounds like a car camming hitting a lick.
Oh yeah. Well, the Rolling Stones are now the Strolling Bones. They're old.
Oh,
Well, we'll go to work.
They're getting on up there. Yeah, I got to get.
Hey, we appreciate you calling, and I enjoyed spending time with you at the World of Wheels.
Yes, I had a great time. It was good to see y'all. Y'all be safe. Have a good day.
Thank you, buddy. We'll see you. Is that our music? Is that somebody else's music?
That's our music.
That's our. Hey, I guess it means we better hush and go off. We'll be right back on DragRace Central. Welcome back in to DragRace Central, 7:46 on this Saturday morning, February the 12th.
It's a working day today.
It's a what?
It's a working day.
Yeah, it is. We got stuff to do, and this stuff has been needing to be done for quite some time.
I got to figure it out. We just go ahead and buy the garage next to me. And then we just go ahead and move all the extra cars up to the house.
Well, do you have a mouse in your pocket? You're hollering we.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. You had told me when you said when you started buying and selling cars, you're like, I could use an extra garage.
Oh
to
yeah.
Store some stuff.
I guess
this is for us.
Oh, beside your house.
Yeah.
you're my son. I love you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
You're taking care of me.
Anytime.
Man, what a deal.
You know,
I'm gonna put a 2 5/8 inch trailer knob on this thing for the seat. At 1 7/8, ain't gonna get it for you. I need to go to 3 inch. Ooh.
That's tough. Real tough.
So hey, it's still on the table.
Yeah.
So today, Last Mountain is opening first day of test and tune. Gates open at 12 o'clock. The track goes hot at 1.
It does.
So Chris talked about City Auto Sales. He said he had a Jeep. What color did he say that though? Some kind of green.
Yeah, it was. Not electric green.
He called some kind of green.
Some fancy color. Hey, speaking of Jeeps, they had a whole room of Jeeps at the World of Wheels.
Yes.
And every one of them was spotless. Disgusting.
What about the ones that go in the mud? These are all mall crawlers, I guess. So, and how about the Jeep in the race car trailer? The little golf cart size one? Oh yeah. That's pretty awesome. Well, it's not really awesome.
You could have seen if you can get that one put in the Jeep area next.
Well,
next
I
year.
thought really, when we found out we had lost a car, was not going. I was going to take my new Ward Brothers flat trailer down there with my midget Jeep on it. I can't say midget, can I? Anyway, the little bitty Jeep is golf cart size, but this thing is wicked.
Yeah.
4-wheel disc, 3-speed. It's got lights, blinkers, a horn, and I look like an elephant in a palm tree when I ride around in it.
Yeah.
But it beats walking.
It sure does.
Electric start. It's got a 150cc motorcycle engine. Run about probably 30 miles an hour.
Right.
Mag wheels. It's so awesome. Well, not really awesome, but I think I'm gonna have it wrapped. Yeah. It's a military. Looks like a military one. I think I'm gonna have it wrapped. Make it be nice.
I went up and talked to the wrap guys yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Not yesterday, but it was Saturday. I went and talked up to them. Got a rough quote on wrapping the 55 for you.
Okay. How much?
It's $2,800.
$2,800. How about I turn the 55 into a deposit slip?
Okay.
That's an idea also.
Either or, you know.
Now what I'm going to do, the man stores where I got this little Jeep, and I might call up there and see if they'll just order me a body, get a blue body that matches the 55, or a yellow one that matches the Corvette.
They're half and half.
Or I can have the Jeep wrapped, look like the lizard car. Have a lizard Jeep.
Yeah.
Hey, I've done stranger stuff.
Or it could be a DragRace Central one.
It could be.
Yeah.
Speaking of the cool stuff I've done this week, I put a winch on the flat trailer, my Ward Motorsports trailer. Right. It had a winch mount on it, so I went over to Harbor Freight and got me a winch. You know, if I used a winch 6 or 8 times a day, 20 times a week, you better get a Warren or something. But this thing, I'll actually use a winch, 6 or 8 times a year. And we don't have to buy the super high quality one. But this thing is a 2,500 pound. It'll pull a car up there easy.
You think it'll pull a hot tub up?
Yes.
Cool. It's on it.
Oh, a hot tub don't weigh, but probably 300 pounds, 200 pounds.
Now you say something about detaching the winch. That way you can move it somewhere else.
No. That's in the big trailer.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you think we could detach it and put it where we need to snatch it off to?
You use snatch blocks to change directions and stuff. Yeah. You ever use snatch block?
One time.
Snatch block's awesome. But we got to figure out how to put this thing on without scratching my pretty trailer. My other one was kind of homely, and if you got scratched, so what? This one's pretty. I don't want to scratch it. Yeah. So we'll have to figure out something. We'll do it, though. Yeah. We'll get that and the big green egg up to your house. Right. So that's coming.
Oh, yes.
So I have a way to, the big trailer I really couldn't do that with. So I needed a flat one. What you got over there?
We got Ray's Drive Shafts, located at 1417 Decatur Highway in Fultondale, Alabama. Give them a call in at 256-572-7485. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Do our custom drive shafts for our custom drive shaft needs. He don't do half shafts, does he?
Yes.
He does. Yeah.
No, like a Corvette. A Corvette half shaft, the older ones, was actually a drive shaft.
Yeah.
It was big and round. The new ones are all solid steel.
Okay.
You give him a call. He'll tell you what he can do and what he can't do.
He does stuff.
Yeah.
He does round tube stuff.
Yep.
Whatever that
yes, he
whatever
does.
that consist of.
That's it. Now, we really haven't been able to sell a lot of 110 VP or just the VP fuel in general because the tracks have been closed.
Right.
Today the tracks are open. Go by and get you some pails of VP.
Same location.
That's right. You get Gardendale Performance. Now Off-Road Connection and Dodge City Collision I think are closed today. So VP at Gardendale Performance is going to be the only place you're going to be able to get it. And I saw he had a big supply of it.
What about at Last Mountain?
It could be, and see, they're just opening. I don't know if they're going to have it. So I think Jimmy is open till 12 o'clock. You can go out and
right on time for gates to open.
Yeah, go by and load up your fuel and go up and use some. So I've got 110 in the for the 55, and I think for the Corvette, the C23 is what I'll have to swap over to.
Okay. You gonna run the 55 off C23 as well?
No.
But say you just have the same kind of fuel. That way you don't have to worry about grabbing the wrong pail.
And you're not paying for this, as I remember.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted, because the C20 110 is about $70 a pail. It's $70 for 5 gallons.
Yeah.
Well, C23 is $135. And it was $135. I don't know what it is now.
Ouch.
For 5 gallons.
Ouch.
So you're just telling me I need to swap over. Ooh.
You think it'll run off water?
No. We can get some of that what we used to call that super shell Sunoco 104. Used to go buy 104 octane from Sunoco gas station.
Huh.
He had regular and ethyl.
I think I've seen that before.
Regular was, of course, it was still. Trying to think what regular octane was. So when it went to unleaded, it's dropped down to 87. Premium was 93 or 95. What a premium was, and the other one was about 87. I don't know. I will have to research that a little bit. I can't remember.
Right.
But the Sunoco 104, it was 104 octane.
Ouch.
That's it, and it was not expensive. It was probably 45 cents a gallon at that time.
So it's not too bad.
Well, it was when gas was 15 cents, 45 cents. No, I ain't spending that much money. Ain't no way.
Ridiculous. Outrageous.
It's a ripoff.
Yep.
Now, 5 gallons for $135. Shoot, that ain't bad. That ain't that bad. Of course, when you're protecting a motor that costs as much as these things do, it's all aluminum motor. The couple extra dollars for gas or for fuel is just not that big a deal.
That's right.
Also, we mentioned with our VP products, you can take your nitrous bottle by Gardendale Performance, and Rick could come by and get them and refill the bottles
for the next race.
I'm just about going to tell you, it is not going to happen today.
Nah,
there is a little bit of a process that you go through to fill a bottle, and it is $8 a pound now, or it was. I don't know if there's been another increase. And something else I got to remind everybody: we replay from tonight from 9 to 11.
That's right.
We'll make sure I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention before we go off the air. Breakfast is important.
Yeah, I can't wait for our next. If our new sponsor joins us, I can't wait for their slogan.
That's right. We are talking to Alabama Soda Blasting, and their slogan is "Strip it naked."
Strip it naked.
There's a difference between naked and naked.
That there is.
Do you know what the difference is, Landon?
Socks.
No.
What?
When you were born naked.
Uh-huh.
Naked is when you don't have any clothes on you and you're up to something. That's just, that's what I heard. I promise that's what I heard.
I've always heard if you have socks on, you're naked.
Naked, you're naked. You still got your clothes.
Yeah.
That's just wrong. Somebody go out and do some car stuff today. It looked like it was going to be a good day for it. We've got some cooler weather coming in tonight, and I think there's probably a front coming in right now. If we go outside and it's cooler than it was, I'll put my burr suit on.
Your burr suit?
I don't know when it's cold outside. You say burr. You put this suit on, you don't get cold anymore.
Oh, okay.
I bought it when I was a little bit bigger than I am now. We was riding four-wheelers a lot.
Your jumper, yeah.
I can put a spare person in there now with me now. But you can bend over. You do not get bound up. There's plenty of room in it.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of room.
No long johns.
This is a camouflage zip-up one-piece suit.
Yep.
Went four-wheeler riding. Made it about a mile. Had to unzip it. It's too hot. Well, Landon and I hear music in the background. This means that our the greatest 2 hours in the history of radio is over.
2 hours.
2 hours in
the fastest, quickest.
No, it's the best 2 hours of radio that ever existed.
That's right.
Just happened. All right, guys, just remember, the older I get, the faster I used to be, and we'll see you we'll be here next week on Drag Race Central.